Yes, mates, how's it going? My name's Lee. So I've just finished playing my free hit with the faintest of red arrows, and now it's time to concentrate on my game week 33 team selection and look towards the running until the end of the season. So stick around to hear my thoughts on a few different players you can consider from now until the end of the season. If you enjoy FPL content, please do subscribe to the channel, mate. It's nice and easy, just a little click down below. Anyway, let's rock and roll. Right, mates, first up we've got the goalkeeper and the defence. I've gone triple Newcastle defence, mate, away to Everton. Really happy with that. I'm relatively confident of a clean sheet from that one. It's probably one of the more confident ones I've been throughout the season. Everton, although they seem, I reckon up a decent amount of XG, to be fair to them, but I think Newcastle will keep them out. They absolutely smashed Spurs 6-1 today. Disappointing for them to concede a goal, but everyone's got trips. This is a chance for me to start making some gains right here. Really happy with them. I've no kind of real issues to kind of talk about them. Trips is absolute machine. Botman's overdue a goal, mate. That's all I'm saying. Give me a little cheeky goal. A stupid one. Brighton away to Forest. Again, I'm really happy with the fixture. I've just finished watching Man United Brighton. Brighton really impressive. Really good team. A stupid one. He's just a good footballer, mate. He's so attacking from that left wing back position, and I think he'll just continue to do that against Forest. Same again. I'm relatively confident of a clean sheet here, and this could be like a clean sweep for me. A clean sweep, clean sheet. You know what I'm saying? So again, really happy with that. On the right hand side, I've got my captain and vice captain, Haaland and Rashford. I've currently got one free transfer because I played my free hit last week, but I'm potentially going to make two transfers and take a -4. I've dropped down to about 70k ish. Free hit didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. I took 3 punts and none of them did anything. It's one of those, you win some and you lose some. My bench got more points than half my team, so what can you do, mates? What can you do? Onto the midfield. Bruno away to Spurs. Now, Bruno might be one of the ones I'm going to consider transferring out, and if I did, I would go Bruno to Salah. I haven't got quite enough money to do it, but I would transfer another player out to fund the move, and I don't know whether that -4 is worth that, but sometimes I feel like it's better to take a hit earlier, and you've got more chance of regaining those returns. And sometimes, I can't remember who said it, Planet FPL, I think James said it, do your transfers a week before, because everyone's going to do them the week you're going to do them, so try and beat the rush and get him in that 1 week earlier. So I am considering Salah this week. Scored again on the weekend. Really considering him. He looked very good again today, Bruno. Don't know if he picked up a little knock towards the end of the game, and do keep your eye open for any news on that. I'm not 100% sure if he's going to start against Spurs. Spurs are a mess right now. I'm pretty confident we're going to put 2 or 3 goals past them. They're a mess, mate. I'd be really disappointed to drop any points against Spurs right now. They're a bit of a joke, to be honest with you. Rashford played 120 minutes today, which is massive for his fitness. I don't know if those midweek games are going to come around too quick for him and whether he's going to play full 90. He probably does. Rashford's one of them players, if he's 75% fit, he's going to play 90 minutes. That's just the way he is. Like, unless we're winning comfortably, then he'll play 90 minutes. Rashford is my vice captain. I think he's one of the better options this week. I could easily put that on Matoma away to Forest. I think Matoma is not as good as Haaland captain. So City are up against Arsenal, which is obviously a tough fixture, but I think it's difficult to not back Haaland. Like, you can. It's a must-win game for both teams, and I think it'll be quite an open game. I think there'll be goals in the game, and I think it's difficult not to captain Haaland. But I don't mind someone like a Matoma or a Rashford captain, like not at all. I don't even mind a Salah to West Ham. Like, I don't mind those as captain picks either. So you got Brighton away to Forest. McAllister's the one that I am considering transferring out as well, but that would be more next week. I don't really like where he's playing, and with this Enciso coming in and playing more of a 10. McAllister doesn't like he's getting as forward as much. I feel like he's in there purely for his penalties. I just don't know. I don't know if I like the pick, but I don't know if it's worth taking any hits or transferring him out just to put another Brighton player in when he's the penalty taker. They're going to get penalties from now until the end of the season. I still think he's got maybe 3 or 4 goals left in between now and the end of the season. I think they're going to keep pushing for those European places. It's still a good pick. Matone was so dangerous, and I think if he wasn't up against Wan-Bissaka today, I think if he played Dalot right back, he would have just run us absolutely ragged, but Wan-Bissaka kept him pretty quiet, like pretty under wraps, to be fair to him. But I think both players against Forest will absolutely rip them apart. I think they'll score a lot of goals. I can see it being a 4-0, something like that, 3-0. All due respect to Forest, I just don't see them putting up any kind of fight against Brighton. They're such a well-oiled, well-drilled team that they caused us so many issues today. Like, oh mate, I was fearing the worst all throughout the game, but the longer the game went on, I felt more confident. Then as soon as it hit penalties, I was like, oh god, like, David De Gea doesn't save penalties. Like, I think he saved 2 or 3 in the 10 years he's been with us. I remember one against Van Persie when we beat them 8-2, and he saved a pen in that game, believe it or not, even though we beat them 8-2. I think they had a pen when we were winning 1 or 2-0. I can't remember the game exactly, but yeah, that's one of his saves, mate. A long time ago. Last but not least, we've got the inform Ollie Watkins. Nice game against Fulham. I don't see Fulham causing them many issues going forward, and I think Villa will do pretty well. I can see Watkins scoring on the game. Everybody's got him. He's on pens. He's almost talismanic for them. No point talking about him too much. Haaland at home to Arsenal. He's a good pick, and he's the safe captain pick. And like I said before, I think Matoma is probably the more exciting pick. But whether the goals have dried up for Matoma, I'm not entirely sure. But he's always a threat. Like, he's always an absolute machine. But like, can you imagine Haaland up against Rob Holding? Like, so let's just pause there for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna rip him apart. So it is difficult not to captain Haaland right now, to be honest with you. And you can see I've got Grealish on my bench. He's a bit of a big game player at the minute. He could easily come into that team for either Bruno or Kane, for instance. But one of the transfers I was thinking about doing was Kane down to Jota and Bruno up to Salah to get those 2 Liverpool players in for their good run in between now and the end of the season. I like it. I know it's a -4, and you're taking out 2 penalty takers in Bruno and Kane to put in Salah and Jota, but Jota's in great form, mate. Like, you can't underestimate him. And when I do that, then it means Grealish is definitely going to be on the bench, unless I don't think Jota's going to start, which then I don't think any of those transfers are worth it. So it's like, that's what's kind of going through my head. If I don't make those 2 transfers, I'm not going to make any. I'm just going to leave the team as it is. And if anything, I'll probably start Grealish ahead of Kane, and that's a 50-50 decision, or Grealish ahead of Bruno. 50-50 once again. But Ben Mee's third bench, Luke Shaw in the middle. I'm relatively confident of a clean sheet in that, and that's what makes me think I'm not going to play Kane, that I'd rather play Grealish. But tough, mate. So what do you think about my team? Am I missing anyone? Like, you think I'm doing the right thing, taking a hit to get out Bruno and Kane for Jota and Salah? And kind of my thought process is that I'm trying to get ahead of the curve, get those players in early, and then I've got more time between now and the end of the season to actually make up those -4 points. Because I think it hits a point in the season when you stop taking hits, and I think it's game week 34. I think that's the last week that you can realistically take hits and actually get some gains back. Like, unless you're really pushing and you're a bit of like a gung-ho manager that takes all these risks, that I think probably this week or next week is the last week that you want to start the last weeks that you actually want to stop taking hits. But no, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about my team. Let me know what you think about my plan. Are you thinking about any other players? Have I missed anybody? Do you think Haaland is the optimal choice captain this week? Leave a comment down below. Let's have a little chat. Alright, mate, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. So today went from my team selection for game week 33. Looked at a few different players that we can consider for this game week and beyond that. So if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and drop a comment down below. Anyway, what do you think about my alternate third shirt for Copenhagen? I've been in Copenhagen for the last few days, so yeah, buzzing. Went to watch them as well. They beat Viborg 2-1, mint game. But yeah, look at the shirt, mate. Absolute banger. Anyway, have a good day. Peace and love.